All right, welcome to the next declutter video. We've definitely got a lot of work to do in this drawer. You guys, this is probably going to be a long one. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible, but there's a lot to go through in here. So we're going to start with blush, which is on this side. Bronzers are over there. But let's just get into it. I will, like every other declutter I've done, I will try to swatch some of the things, but there's just no way I'm going to be able to swatch everything, or we'll never finish this video. So I will do as much as I can. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start over here. So these are mostly powders in this little organizer thing, and then the creams are mainly over there. But we'll go ahead and start here. Starting with an easy one. This one is brand new to my collection, but it's the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Veil in Perfect Pink. I've been obsessed with these since I got them. In fact, I now own 4 of the 6, so I'm pretty positive I'm going to end up owning all of them. But I have to swatch this one because this color is just beautiful. Look at that pink. It truly is the perfect pink. I absolutely love these. Cannot wait to buy the rest of them. Then, you know what these are. You know how I feel about these. The Patrick Ta Blush Duos. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know how much I love these. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on them, but I do have most of the shades. She's Blushing is this one. This is kind of like a beigey rosy color. Very pretty, very unique in my collection, I would say. Like, look at that, so pretty. And these are just fantastic. They can be worn powder on top or powder underneath. It's kind of interchangeable with this formula. They are so good. I also have Oh She's Different. Now this one I don't wear as often, but I should. This is more of like a fall shade for me. It's more of like a berry color, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty, you guys. That one, obviously I'm keeping these. And then my all-time favorite, the one I fell in love with first, and I have to say this one's still my favorite. She's That Girl. It is just perfection. It's pink, and it's like the perfect tone of pink. It's a little bit warm, but not super, super warm. Almost has a little bit of like a corally undertone, just slightly. They're not going anywhere, in case you didn't know. Okay, I actually see one that's kind of out of place over there, but it's this Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush. This is the shade Rosy. I think this is the only shade this comes in, unfortunately. This is definitely staying. I feel like this is a drugstore gem that not a ton of people talk about. The main thing with it is obviously there is only one shade, and it's a very light kind of peachy pink. But if the shade works for you, this is a great formula. It's similar to the Maybelline Fit Me formula, which this one, there's much more of a shade range, which is much better. But I do really like this blush, and I will be keeping that. Then I have 3 Pat McGrath blushes. Now, I like these blushes. These are not an absolute favorite formula for me out of all of my blushes, but I like them. They're definitely nice. It's just not one that I'm obsessed with. But I have Nude Venus, which is this one. Just a nice kind of rosier pink, which is my favorite kind of color. The formula on this is really beautiful, though. It's kind of a satiny formula. But definitely want to keep Nude Venus. I also have, oh gosh, I forgot I even had this. This is Aphrodite Amour. Sorry, I keep having to check and make sure I'm in the frame. This was her split pan, obviously. I don't know. I think you can still get these on her website. You definitely can't get them on Sephora anymore. So that's it there. Just kind of a light, cooler toned pink, and then more of a like hot pink mixed together. I actually forgot about this one. I love this one. We'll be keeping. And then this is our more recent purchase, the Nude Venus 2. So this was part of the holiday collection, I think like 2 years ago. I found this one at Marshall's a few months ago, and I haven't used it much. I mean, honestly, it's very similar to Nude Venus. Nude Venus too. I guess Nude Venus original is a little more rosy. This one's a little more corally pink, but it's pretty. Well, now I'm like, do I really need both, or should I probably shouldn't have gotten this one, to be honest. I bought it because I got excited that I found it at Marshall's. I think it was like, I want to say it was like $14.99, and it's just exciting when you find stuff there. But at the same time, I almost always get myself in trouble with that, because a lot of times when I find things there, they're things that I didn't buy full price for a reason, you know what I mean? So then when you find it there, it makes you want to buy it because it's discounted, but maybe you shouldn't buy it. Anyway, this one I'm going to put in the maybe, just because I don't know if I need that one when I have these two, you know? So we'll go maybe on that one. Next, I have 3 of the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic blushes. Now, these used to be a favorite back when I started my YouTube channel. So many different formulas have come out since then, but these are still good. Honestly, the finish on these kind of reminds me of Pat McGrath. So this one is Climax, which is actually a really unique color. It's kind of a brownie rose a little bit. I actually forgot how pretty that one is, but definitely will keep. I also have Pillow Talk, which again, I don't use as much anymore, but I mean, it's Pillow Talk and I'm a Charlotte Tilbury girl. So that will not be going anywhere. I have something on this one. And then the one I've probably used the most is Ecstasy, which is like a peachy pink. And yeah, it's so pretty though, you guys. It's lighter peach, but the formula, now that I swatch them though, does kind of remind me of Pat McGrath. But anyway, those will be staying. Ooh, okay. Then I have the Dior Rosy Glow blushes. These are the originals. So these are not the reformulated versions, which I'm hearing these are much better, which makes me sad because I really wanted to get the Rosewood shade, the new Rosewood, but I swatched it in store. So that's the peachy one there. I swatched it in store the other day, and the swatches did not impress me at all. They seemed, I don't even know how to describe it. The formula was just very different from this one, which makes me sad, but these are definitely not going anywhere. Then I do have one of the Benefit boxed blushes. This is actually pretty new to me. I picked this up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty this year, and this is the shade Willa. I actually was pleasantly surprised by this. I had not tried the new formula since they redid their blushes, and this is a beautiful formula and a beautiful color. Perfect rosy pink, which as you'll see is one of my favorite shades of blush. I can't get enough. So that one will definitely be staying. Okay, then we have, I think I have 3. Okay, so I have 3 Bare Minerals blushes. The first one is the Blonzer, which is super popular. This one is gold. The packaging is different now. It is now black, but this one is from the original launch of this product before they brought it back. But this is Kiss of Pink. Love this one, especially for this time of year. It's like a perfect pink, but it has a little bit of like a peachy undertone in it. Love this formula. I actually kind of want to get one of the new shades in that, but anyway. Then I have the Bounce and Blur formula. Do you guys remember when this was like very popular? You saw these everywhere. And actually, I don't even know. Gosh, this is pretty too. Like totally forgot about this. So that's Blurred Buff there. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, you know what this reminds me of is the new Say, I don't even know the name of them, but the new Say blushes that they say are like highlighters and blushes. I also swatched a few of those in Sephora the other day. I didn't end up buying one, but that is what this is reminding me of. I really want to keep this. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. I like that one. I want to keep that one. Okay, and then, all right, this is really old. I'm probably gonna pass this on. This is one of their Gen Nude blushes, just their matte formula. This was a purchase. This is a pretty old blush to my collection. But I bought this a few years ago. I know you can't get it, but I kind of want to keep it. It's just a really pretty neutral matte blush. This color was called Let's Go Nude, by the way. Oh gosh. Okay, we'll put Let's Go Nude in the maybes. Although I have a feeling it's probably going to stay. Okay. Then I have an Hourglass blush. This is the Ambient Lighting blush in Diffused Heat. I have another one of these as well in Sublime Flush, which I use all the time. That one is in my everyday makeup right now. But look at this blush. This is one that I love and I don't freaking use it. Such a pretty pink, but this one just does not get used. I don't know what my problem is, but will not be getting rid of this. This is a beautiful blush formula. If you're familiar with the Hourglass powders, they are beautiful. Baked, just super smooth and silky, luminous powder blushes. They're wonderful. So that will definitely be staying. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is the Surratt blush formula. This was sent to me in PR and I'm still not over it, to be honest. This is one of their trios, or it's one of their compacts, and you buy the blushes and put the fit them in here. This is one that obviously fits 3. So you have a peach one, a pink one, and then this really beautiful, bright, kind of watermelon color. Beautiful blush formula. I have to swatch these because they're just so pretty. So hold on. Okay, so there's the blushes. So you have the coral one, the pink one, and then that brighter watermelon color. You guys, I don't even know how to explain this formula other than it is the most smooth, thin, just buttery feeling. This formula just screams luxury. I don't know what else to say about it other than, I mean, they're stunning. These two are mattes, and then the pink one has more of a luminous finish to it, but so beautiful. Again, these need to come out, especially this time of year. These are very like summery looking blushes to me, but obviously these will not be going anywhere. NARS Orgasm blush. This was one of the limited edition packaging they had like, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. This is I don't know, I'm literally swatching everything. I've got to stop. Definitely an older formula, nothing, you know, new, revolutionary, but you gotta have this in your collection. Are you even a makeup person if you don't have that one in your life? Probably not. And then I also have one of the regular blushes. This is very new. I've only used this like once or twice, but this is in Dolce Vita, which I love so, so much. There it is there. Rosy, beautiful, pinky color. That will be staying. Then I have the One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio in the new one, the new color that went viral. I don't even know if this is back in stock now, but this was the shade Attention Seeker, and I would say that's accurate for this blush color. I mean, look at those. They are that true pretty blue-based pink. I feel like that's been popular for quite a while now. So you get like a highlighter, a blush topper, a cream, and then the powder. Love this. Honestly, haven't used it much though. I have so many at this point of these blushes and these tones that I feel like, I mean, I can't freaking use them all, even though I want to, but there is, make sure you can see, the 3 swatched. The formula is very nice though, so definitely will be keeping. Then we have the Haus Labs blushes. I have another one that's in my everyday makeup in Pomelo Peach, but we have, what was this one called? Yeah, Dragon Fruit Days, the beautiful, literally neon hot pink. Had to have it, although I really want to know what's going on with these blushes because a few of the shades you can't get anymore. I think it's this one actually that's really hard to get now. Hibiscus Haze. This is the one I've used the most. I love this color. It's very, This color is unique. This color is extremely hard to find, and it's not listed on Sephora anymore. So I don't know if this was like a limited edition color or what, but these blushes are beautiful. From House Labs, it's a really great blush formula, so that will be staying. This is actually brand new to me. This is one of the MAC Extra Dimension blushes in Into the Pink. I got this recently when I was in Florida. I went to a MAC store and I bought this there. This was just one of those things that I always wanted. It's honestly more of like a pink highlight, I think, than it is a blush, but it is beautiful. It's really light, kind of like a baby doll pink, but I have not used this much because I just got it. So I don't really know a whole lot about it, but it will be staying. Yes, I know we have not gotten rid of very much at all, but we'll get rid of a few, I promise. Okay, moving right along, we have this duo from Iconic London. This is the Silk Glow Duo. This, I want to say I bought this maybe, I know it was during the Sephora sale, but it definitely wasn't during the most recent one. I think it might have been the one before that, but you get a blush and a highlight in here. These are pretty. I definitely don't use these much though, but the formula is really nice. So there's the blush and there's the highlight. I mean, these formulas are really nice. Very just kind of silky, smooth, beautiful. It hasn't had its chance. I feel like I have not. I feel like this is something that I would really use more often if I started using it, if that makes sense. That will be staying. Then I have this from Tom Ford. I've had this for a while. This is the Skin Illuminating Powder Duo in the shade Incandescent. Now, this I bought it's probably been at least 2 years ago, I want to say. I bought this because I randomly saw, I don't know where, I think I saw it on Instagram, I want to say. Here I go, swatching again. I saw Kelsey Ballerini doing her makeup and she was using this and it just looked beautiful on her, and I am very, very easily influenced. Kind of a rosy, not super pink, almost a brownie rose kind of blush and a highlight, but again, beautiful. Not going anywhere. Okay, it's about to get difficult now. Do you guys remember these? The Cover FX blush duos. Do you remember when these were everywhere? I mean, people just loved these. And what happened to Cover FX? Like, are they still around? I never hear anything about Color FX anymore. But I have two of these. I have, which one was this? Pink Dahlia? Yeah. Pink Dahlia. This was definitely the one I used the most. And then I think this is Soft Peach. Yeah. These are so nice, but I do not reach for these. Like, can you even still buy these? I don't know. Gosh. Okay, these are going in the maybes. I can't make that decision right now. So those are maybes. The Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush. Okay, this one is in Candy Clouds. This is the really pretty bright pink. This is definitely staying. This is a great formula. This is a super like blue toned pink. This formula is really nice though. It actually does kind of smooth over your skin. It kind of reminds me of like a setting powder, but just with pigment, like pink pigment. Kind of acts like that on the skin, but I do enjoy it and I will be keeping it. Then I have the Sephora Duo Blush in Sweet Pea. This I'm pretty sure is going to be decluttered. Honestly, do not know why I bought this. I don't know. This one just doesn't speak to me. So that one can go. The Almay Healthy Hue Blush in Nearly Nude. Okay. This is one, I feel like I bought this blush a few different times. And I never end up using it, and I don't know why, because I mean, I don't even know if you can see these swatches. That's it there. I mean, that is a beautiful color. Pretty, like terracotta color almost. I feel like you could definitely use this as like blush and bronzer maybe. So that will be staying. I need to get that out and make sure I use that. This one, the Lizzie McGuire blush from ColourPop. I found this probably 6 months ago at TJ Maxx in the shade Delish. Now this one does have straight up glitter in it. Just like I said, I did not like in that Essence one. I loved Lizzie McGuire. If you're around my age and you loved it too, comment below and let me know. But I love Hilary Duff, love that show. I loved the Lizzie McGuire movie, loved it. So I had to have this, and I should probably get rid of it, but I just don't think that I can. I don't. It does have glitter in it though. Still though, I feel like it's not as chunky glitter as that Essence one. So yeah, Lizzie has to stay. The Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Mauve definitely will be keeping. Like I was saying earlier, it's very similar to the Neutrogena blush that I swatched right here. This one is a little bit more cool toned pink, but these from Maybelline are super nice. This formula, very thin and satiny, not glittery, but they do give just that little bit of luminosity. These are really nice. I love these. So that one I do want to keep. Here's one I will be getting rid of. The Essence Mosaic Blush in All You Need Is Pink. This was very, very underwhelming to me. You just don't get much of anything here. There's so many beautiful pink colors in here, yet not much. I mean, I'm like digging my finger in there. There's some. I don't know. It's just extremely underwhelming on the cheeks when I've used it. So I definitely want to get rid of that one. The Tom Ford, is this shade and Illuminate blush? Yes. Shade and Illuminate blush in the shade Brazen Rose. Okay, this is a recent purchase for me. I bought this on that Florida trip I was talking about earlier at the cosmetics company store. You know I'm keeping it. It comes in this cute little package. Do you need to spend $90 on one of these? No, but if you find one discounted, it is a nice formula, so that will be staying. The Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush in Poppy Pink. Okay, what a pretty pink this is. This color was sold out for a while. Now this is a really bright kind of hot pink, so you have to use this kind of sparingly, but it's a beautiful color. Just have to apply with a light hand unless you want a lot of pigment. I also have this in Mellow Mauve that's not in here. It's over there because I actually filmed something earlier and I used that in that video, but love that formula from Makeup by Mario. Oh, the Gucci blush in shade Radiant Pink. But this formula is, I'm trying to think what this is similar to. Kind of that like Pat McGrath type formula. It's kind of a satiny powder blush. It's not super luminous, but it has a little bit of sheen to it. It's beautiful. And the packaging on this is like 12 out of 10 to me. I would actually really like to have another one of those, but anyway, that will be staying. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this blush. This is the Milani Luminoso blush in the old packaging. It doesn't even look like this anymore. This is so nostalgic for me because this was the one. I've had this since the start of my YouTube channel, you guys. I can remember like filming one of my first videos and having this. I'm not getting rid of this. I know it's old, but I'm not getting rid of it. That will be staying. The Age Perfect blush from L'Oreal in Muted Mauve. This is another really pretty formula. Now this one, I'm not sure if this line is being discontinued. I've seen it on sale a bunch of different places. There it is. So that one's it there. This is a beautiful formula. Now this one I really don't use. I don't know. That one's gonna go in the maybe. Not because I don't like it. It's pretty. I really don't ever use that one. Then I have this from Kylie Cosmetics. This was absolutely like a TikTok influence. I kept seeing these videos of people basically kind of using this as blush, like a blush topper, but also kind of bringing it up under their eyes. If you're on TikTok, you've probably seen the trend that I'm talking about, but these are very like nothing special. That one will be a maybe too. Okay, that is it for everything here. So we'll move on to the creams and the liquids, which are over here. Moving along, so I just realized there are actually more powder blushes that are over here. So we have these from Armani. These are the Armani Luminous Silk blushes. Okay, these are also beautiful and are not going anywhere. This is shade 60. It's like a maroon color. Okay, I swear I'm gonna stop. Like, look at that color, you guys. Wow. So pretty. The formula on these kind of reminds me of that Surratt formula. It's beautiful. This one is the only one that has a little bit of shimmer in it. This is shade 50. Kind of similar to NARS Orgasm. Actually, it's very, very similar to that, but keep. This is probably the one I use the most, which is 51. It's a rosy pink, which we've established that I love. So that's that one. And then this one is 52. This is a really bright kind of electric pink, but love those. We'll definitely be keeping. Laura Mercier blush in the shade Chai. So this is actually a newer purchase for me. I bought this during the Sephora sale recently because I have never tried this formula. And it's beautiful, nudie color. It kind of reminds me, honestly, of that Bare Minerals blush that you can't get anymore. I think that's my sign. It's time to say goodbye to this Bare Minerals one. So we'll go ahead and declutter that. Oh, okay, I have another Milani blush. This is the newer packaging. This is the shade Petal Primavera, which is a really pretty, like, baby doll pink. I mean, I love this formula, although this particular color, I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, we gotta keep it. I like the Milani formula, so that will stay. I have a few of the I have a few of the Persona blushes, which I love, I will definitely be keeping these. So we have Persona Bubble, which looks like that, and then Persona in Georgia. This one is such a pretty peachy, slightly pink, but mostly peachy. Love those. Those will be staying. You guys, these used to be my everything. These blushes from BACKSTAGE. Do you remember these? The primer infused blushes. I never reach for them anymore. Like, ever. I don't remember the last time I used one of these. This one is the shade Ibiza. I mean, it's a beautiful formula, but like, that kind of applied weird right there. I feel like it's time to say goodbye to these. I can't believe, or at least that one. Then I also have this one in Mykonos. This one is the more like peachy, true peachy color. I mean, they're very bright. I feel like I won't use that color either, but I think I have to keep this one. This is my most used, as you can see. This is the shade Seychelles. Yeah, so this one is very, very well loved. Oh, it's like a bronzy color. Yeah, so this one I'm going to keep, and I'm going to get rid of the other two. I have one of the Clinique Cheek Pop blushes in Nude Pop. Love this. This is actually kind of similar to that Buxom formula, but this one is not as pigmented. This is much more of like a buildable, kind of muted, luminous formula, but I love this color. This is Nude Pop. Definitely want to keep that one. Okay, now we're getting into the creams. First is this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Stick in Peach Bums. This is actually very pretty. I haven't used it lately, but it's a really pretty, I would say like a blush highlighter. It's very, very luminous looking. So if you don't like that kind of formula, you would not like this, but this is a really nice product. I want to keep that from Wet n Wild. Then I have two of these from Essence. These are the Baby Got Blush sticks. I have the light pink one, which is Tickle Me Pink. Really pretty. And then I have Rosy All Day, which is darker, more of a rosy pink. This is a really nice formula. They smell like old school, like some type of gum, and I can't think of the name of it, but that's what these smell like. But they are very nice. I don't use this rosy one that much. Typically when I use these, I use that light pink one, but I mean, that's a pretty color. These are great. This formula is great. If you want an affordable cream blush, look into these. I have to keep those. Then I have this little mini milk blush in the shade Rally. So this is kind of an interesting color. It's pink, but it's kind of like a purpley pink. It looks different to me on my cheeks than it looks like in this swatch. Like it doesn't look that, I don't know, I don't love the color in a swatch, but this is actually a really beautiful color on the cheeks. I want to keep that for sure. That's my only milk cream blush. This is a really, really nice formula, so that I do want to keep. I know I'm not getting rid of much, okay? I know I'm not, but if I don't want to get rid of it, I'm not going to. So don't get mad at me. Okay, then I have one of the Tower 28 blushes in Magic Hour. All right, this is super old. This is such a pretty color, but I know I've had this for a while, and I always hear about people saying these go bad quickly, but mine still smells like normal. This is really pretty. This color in, what is it, Magic Hour? So nice. Such a pretty nude with just a little bit of rosiness to it. I haven't used this lately, but I do really like this formula. I'm going to keep it because I don't see or smell anything wrong with it. So, oh my gosh. The Shiseido Minimalist Whipped Powder Blush, you guys. I don't even know where I bought this from. I bought it from a random website. I had to hunt like high and low for this. This is, if you guys follow Kellyanne, the makeup artist I'm always talking about, this was like her favorite blush for the longest time, and she was always using it, and it got to where you couldn't get it. It was sold out everywhere. So I got it on, I don't even know. It was not even a website I recognized, which probably wasn't smart thinking back on it, but I had to have this blush. So there it is. But you guys, they've discontinued this formula, and I do not know why. It's like a marshmallow texture type formula. It's like creamy, but then when you put it on, it's like smooth and blends in like velvet. I don't know how to, that's a terrible way to describe it, but I'm keeping this. It's probably old. I don't care. I'm keeping it. Does it smell weird? No. I think it's fine. The formula seems exactly like when I got it, but I never use it in videos because you can't get it. Shiseido seems to do this a lot. They discontinue really good formulas, and I don't know why, but anyway, if you ever happen to come across one of these, this is shade Chiyoko, but I think there were like 7 or 8 shades. They're all beautiful. Then I do have one of the Jones Road Miracle Balms. This is the shade Miami Beach. I think this is their newest shade. I got this in PR a few weeks ago. This is actually very nice. It's very different from a lot of things. It is truly like a balmy consistency. You have to, first of all, you have to like stick your finger in it and break the seal. So you need a very small amount of this. not really for the pigment, but because if you put on too much of this, it can feel a little bit sticky. So you do not need a lot. I mean, this gives a very subtle glow. It's kind of like putting a lip balm on your skin, in my opinion, but it's very pretty. It's very unique. I think a certain market is definitely going to like this. It does have a really strong smell, like very, very strong. It smells kind of herbally, kind of like essential oils, but it's interesting and I do want to keep mine. Definitely more for the like on the go. I just want to put something on my cheeks and my lips as fast as possible, kind of look and feel like I'm not wearing much of anything at all. That's what this product is, but I will definitely be keeping mine. Moving right along, this is the Refi Cream Blush in the shade Rose. I'm gonna swatch this again. I have used this several times and this was kind of an underwhelming formula to me. There's not much like special about it. It's not a bad blush, so that's it there. There's no shimmer in it. It's just a basic cream blush, and it's in this tiny little packaging. I mean, it's so light you could like toss it in the air. It's honestly made of pretty much nothing. I don't know. I feel like I could definitely get rid of this and not miss it at all. It's not terrible, but it's nothing special, you know? I have so many things that I would consider special, and this is just not one of them, so I will be decluttering that one. Ooh, aren't you proud? I have two of the Fenty cream blushes. I actually really like this formula as well. I have Bikini Martini, which they discontinued this formula, or not this formula, this color they don't make anymore, and I'm not sure why, because I feel like nowadays this color, this like neon pink, is so in, but they don't make this color anymore, sadly. So I might get rid of that one. I will not be getting rid of this. This is shade Petal Poppin'. Love this one. As you can see, this one is very well loved and used. It's a pink. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Patrick Ta, She's That Girl, which is my favorite shade. This is a really nice blush formula too. So I'm definitely going to keep Petal Poppin'. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. This is also super old. I've had this a few years. And I have colors like this that you can get and are still available. So I think I will be decluttering that one. Then we have this one from Ulta Beauty. This is the Blush Beam Cream Blush in the shade Garden Party. This is a newer product. I don't think this has been out very long from Ulta. I've used this a few times, and let me swatch this. I really need to stop swatching things. So this one is pretty sheer. It's not super pigmented. It's very, very glossy. It's pretty, but again, this is not one that's special to me. Like, I would not know if this was gone. I wouldn't think about it again. So that's gonna go. That's gonna go. Then we have a blush from Mob Beauty. This is shade M72. I got this in PR a long time ago. So this is one of those formulas that kind of glazes over on the top if you don't use it for a while, and you kind of have to go in and build it up, or not build it up. You have to go in and like warm it up again. So that's it there. This is a nice formula. All the Mob Beauty products that I've tried have been really nice. But is this special? Again, like, is this one that I would be like heartbroken about if it weren't here? I don't think so. I feel like I need to let this go. It's not a bad blush at all. It's a great formula. It's just not one that's super special to me in my collection, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one, you guys. I just don't feel like I love that one enough to warrant keeping it. Now, this is one that I do, the Merit Flush Balm in Cheeky. Oh my gosh, this color. There was a time when I was using this like exclusively because I love this color. Kind of reminds me of Rally from Milk that I was showing you earlier. Ooh, you guys, this color is beautiful. It's kind of like a little bit purpley, mauve-y, pinky, all in one. And I love the Merit formula. So that will definitely be staying. The Rose Ink blush for lip and cheek in Heliotrope. This is definitely going to be staying. This is another really great formula. To me, this is so similar to Tower 28. The Beach Please Lip and Cheek. Very similar, but I really like this one a lot in Heliotrope, so that will be staying. Okay, then I have two of the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blushes. I have shade Maui, which is a light pink, and then I have shade Belize, which is a really beautiful, like kind of electric coral color. So these I am going to keep. If you saw my summer drugstore makeup video I put up a few weeks ago, I used both of these blushes in that video, and this combo looks so pretty together. I really like the putty formula in general, but I really like these colors in the blushes, so those will be staying. Also, the NARS liquid blush in Orgasm. Does anybody know what's happening with this? Are they getting rid of this? I really hope not, because this is, I know they just came out with the Afterglow blushes, and I have one of those and I do like it. It's very, very different from this though. This is much more pigmented. Obviously it's a liquid. The Afterglow blushes are very sheer, very dewy, and just a sheer wash of color. Not at all similar to this. So I hope they're not getting rid of these, but they are kind of hard to find, so I don't know. But that is an obvious keep. Do I even need to say, oops, do I even need to say the Westman Atelier blushes? Of course, these are staying. These are some of my favorites in my whole collection. I have three. The other one is in my everyday drawer right now, so it's not over here. So I have Popette, which is there. It's scary looking, but you can kind of sheer it out and it's really pretty. Then you have Petal, which is there. That's the one I fell in love with first. And then I have Chochette, which is more of a peachy color. 10 out of 10. Packaging is heavy and weighty. This formula is easy to apply, buildable, lasts on my skin. 10 out of 10. Love those. Those are not going anywhere. Oh gosh. Okay. Then I have these from e.l.f. I was very, 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 very disappointed in these. I'm sad to say. The Halo Glow Beauty Wands. I just thought these were going to be the greatest thing ever from e.l.f. And I love that e.l.f. is trying to make these more affordable, or e.l.f. is trying to make popular, expensive products at a more affordable price, which I appreciate. But nothing about this was impressive to me. The packaging is very small, feels very, very cheap. You cannot close these off like you can with the Charlotte Tilbury ones. So product that you don't end up using just kind of dries on this little sponge tip here, and more product can continue to come out because you can't close it off. And on top of that, this formula, in my opinion, is very difficult to work with. It is not easy to blend at all. This is probably my favorite of the colors, this Berry Radiant, which I think is the darkest color. But these are borderline like highlighters to me. They're not even really true blushes. So I'm going to get rid of these. I was going to hold on to them. I really don't like them. There's nothing I can say super positive about them other than the price point. So yeah, sadly, those are going to go. Next is this Clinique Chubby Stick in Amped Up Apple. I think I bought this for my Clinique video I did probably a year ago. So that is it there. It's a pretty blush. I don't know. There's like nothing special about it though, you know? Like I don't see myself wanting to use this over everything else that I have. And it's not that it's not good, it's pretty. I don't feel like I'll miss this. That's what I keep asking myself. Will I miss this? Will I notice if it's gone? And I feel like I won't. Well, this one. I'm gonna declutter. I have 2 of the infamous Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light wands in Pinkgasm and Peachgasm. I used to use these a lot. I don't use them as much anymore. So that one is Peachgasm and that one is Pinkgasm. I mean, they're beautiful. So that's them right there. I don't know. I don't reach for these often, but these are such classic Charlotte Tilbury products. These are way better than the e.l.f. ones. I'm sorry, but if you want a product like that, I think these are better. The packaging, the blend, the product itself, these are just better. So yeah, I gotta keep those. I gotta keep my Charlotte, you know? The Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick in Dusty Rose. This is one of my favorite cream blush formulas. In fact, kind of similar to that Clinique, but this one's a bit rosier than the Clinique one, and I prefer this color, but this is a great cream blush formula. I would say definitely dries down to more of like a satiny finish. Very long lasting though. That's what I will say about this formula is this blush formula from Makeup by Mario really does last. I know his new ones, the Soft Pop Blush Veils, really the only critique of those that I've seen from anyone is that they don't last as long, but it's just a completely different type of formula. This is much of a thicker cream, whereas that one is super thin, oily, but like in a good way, like glossy, I guess is how I would describe it. I love this one and I will definitely be keeping. Then I have this from Wander Beauty. This is the On the Glow Blush and Illuminator. This was another TJ Maxx purchase. I haven't had this for too long. I feel like, I don't know, I was in there one day and I found this. Very pretty. I have not used this type of formula from Wander Beauty before. I've used some of their eye products and lip products, but not their blushes. So of course, what did I do? I fell right into the trap and I bought this, but I haven't even used it. So there it is there. I mean, the colors are pretty, kind of looks almost identical, honestly, to the Clinique blush right there, and actually very similar to the Makeup by Mario. That one's gonna be a maybe. I don't know. I can't decide. All right, we're getting to the end of the blushes. Okay, then we have the Persona blushes. I have 4 of them. These are great. I love this formula. So I have Bubble, Teddy, Jam, and Kiss. I love these. The only one I don't really use is Kiss, which is more of like a red, like a true red. Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to use this one. If I keep it, it's just going to sit. It's not going to be used. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. But I am going to keep Teddy, Bubble, and Jam. Then, of course, I have my Rare Beauty blushes. These will definitely not be going anywhere. I have a bunch of them. I have Worth, Bliss, Encourage, Hope, Happy, and Virtue. I'm not going to swatch all these, but this is one of my favorite blush formulas in my collection. Oh, I also have a mini Joy, so I will be keeping those. I have 3 of the Dibs blush sticks, or these are, I guess, called the Desert Island Duos. So this is the newest one. This one has the number on it, which is 2.5, but these ones don't have the number. They have like the shade names. I don't know what number they are. I don't know. This one is definitely my favorite, which is 2.5. It's the newest color with the really pretty pink in it. So that is it there. And then the bronzer in this one is really pretty too. I like these a lot. This is not one, I don't reach for these a ton. I know these are like a holy grail for a lot of people. I think they're good, but they're not holy grail status for me. But I love 2.5. I love the colors in that. So I definitely want to keep that. Let me swatch these other ones that I have. I want to say this one was more like shade 3. It's more of peach with a bronzer. And then I think this one was shade 2. I'm almost positive. Yeah, this was the first one that I ordered. Oops. Yeah. So we have shade 2. I think this is right. Shade 2, shade 3, and shade 2.5. I'm going to keep all of them. These are a nice thing to have just if you want a blush and bronzer together. And I do like the shades that I have, so I will keep those. I have 2 of the Say blushes. I have Rosy and Chili. Rosy is more of a light peachy pink, very pretty. And Chili is more of that rosy kind of mauvey color. Like these a lot. Honestly, the way these look on my skin kind of remind me of the new NARS Afterglow blushes. Kind of similar, but the consistency itself on these is thicker than the NARS. The NARS is more liquidy, but I don't know. I feel like they give a similar effect on the cheeks. And then I have my Nude Sticks blushes back here. So I have Picante, which is the one that went viral from Sophia Richie. I have Sunkissed, that's the other one that went viral. I like that one as well. I have Body Language, which this is a really pretty color, and I want to say you have to get this on the Nude Sticks website. I don't think you can get this color anywhere else, but I love this color. I saw Hilary Duff using this shade in a video a few years ago. Had to have it ever since, and I do really like the Nude Sticks formula. I find these last really well on me as well. And then I also have this one, which I might get rid of this one, honestly. This one is Poppy Girl. I got sent this one time a while ago, and I'd never used this shade. It's pretty, but I don't know. Something about it isn't screaming at me, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter Poppy Girl, and I'm going to keep these 3. And then, okay, I see one more blush back here hiding. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Bloom. So this was a limited edition blush that came out with the, what was it? The Full Bloom palette from Tarte. The larger Tartelette in Bloom palette. This was the blush that came out with it. I honestly forgot I had this. What a pretty color though. Okay, definitely want to keep that. All right, you guys, that is it for the blushes. Okay, now for the blush, maybe the Wander Beauty. I'm gonna declutter this. I feel like I haven't used it for a reason, and the color on this blush is just so similar to so many of my other ones that are favorites. The formula is. I don't think I'm gonna use it if I keep it. So it's gonna go. You guys, it is time to say goodbye to these from Cover FX. Part of me wants to keep the pink one because I like the pink one the best of the 2. Maybe we will do that. I feel like I cannot part with both. We're gonna keep the pink and declutter the peach. Tower 28 blush in Magic Hour. I'm gonna keep that one. I don't think I want to get rid of that one. I actually think I am gonna declutter this Pat McGrath Nude Venus 2. I just feel like I just don't know if I need this one and original Nude Venus. I should have thought about that more. No, we're keeping it. We're keeping it. it's new to me too, so yeah, we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna declutter this. It is a good formula. I like it. This one, I didn't notice this before. This one has glitter in it. Do you see those glitter particles? I don't know if it will show up on camera, but I don't remember there being like actual glitter in this. I guess there was, but my head is telling me to declutter that one. Finally, this one from Kylie Cosmetics. I'm gonna keep this one. I keep seeing, there's this one makeup artist in particular on TikTok that always uses this as like blush and under eye powder, and she does it all the time. It looks so good on her. That's why I bought this. And I haven't tried the technique, which is why I bought this to begin with. All right, that's gonna stay, and that is it, you guys.